Former police officer Joseph D'Angelo Jr. sentenced to life with no parole, confessing to 13 murders and more than 50 rapes in the 1970s and 80s.
11 consecutive life without the possibility of parole sentences with 15 concurrent.
She was awakened while being blindfolded. She never saw her assailant. Police are
Described her
convinced
attacker as a white male, 6 feet tall, weighing 185
For over 40
pounds.
years, countless victims have waited for justice.
Probably the greatest disruption to law enforcement, certainly since original CODIS DNA, maybe even the fingerprint, because never before has a switch been thrown that can so revolutionize how future investigations are shaped.
When I was a teenager, my mom and her boyfriend, Greg Sanchez, were murdered. And at first, it was just believed to be a random intruder kind of thing. They were killed in our house. And I wasn't home that night, so I'm still here today. But the case went cold for a very, very long time. And eventually, my mom and Greg's case was connected into the series that everyone now knows as the East Area Rapist Golden State Killer series.
Most of this started when this guy right here, he had this crazy idea back in 2018. He said, what might happen if we took this mystery man's DNA from California, right, from a series of crimes that we now know as the Golden State Killer case. He decided to put it into Family Tree DNA and GEDmatch. And we all know what happened, right? He put together a team of folks, but they solved that case, and that it caused an uproar, within law enforcement. People wanted to understand how it was happening.
The power of DNA is what finally got me answers. The power that GEDmatch has got me answers. And the simplicity of what the Genetic Witness program is doing is it's so simple. You do your test with whatever company you do, and you upload it to
Genetic
GEDmatch.
genealogy is kind of brought to light. Traditionally, like you said, everyone thought, well, serial killers, they don't stop, or if they do stop, they're, dead. And we're finding all these cases, particularly from the 70s and early 80s, where people commit, a couple of murders or one murder, and then they go on to live a normal life.
We don't have to be experts. We just contribute our samples into the system.
Hundreds of individuals have sought justice for these victims and their families.
We're here with Katherine from Louisiana, who opted into our Genetic Witness program just yesterday, day one of CrimeCon. And today you arrived and discovered that you're about 17 centimorgans, or so about 5 cousins or so away from one of our active cold cases that we're profiling, a 2004 homicide in Aurora, Colorado. Did this come as a surprise when you showed up this morning?
It really did, yeah. I was very shocked to see that yes next to the name.
And when you opted in, did you really expect that you might actually be a link in the chain in helping solve this case that's been cold for 2 decades?
I did not expect that at all, not at all.
So what do you feel now that maybe this is the best lead they've had in some time?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like you have to have some mixed emotions about that?
Yeah, it's kind of up and down emotions. My family history is kind of a little bit of a mystery, so I've always been interested in this type of DNA testing and things like that. So, and then just being able to be a part of hopefully helping solve something.
I'm Danica from Arkansas.
I'm Heather. I'm from North Carolina.
I'm Liz from Indiana, and I'm a genetic witness.